In New York, I was working at a financial firm with a group of extremely intelligent people, and I had an excellent boss whom I greatly admired. I approached him and told him about my plan to start a company selling books on the internet. He took me for a long walk in Central Park, listened carefully, and said that it sounded like a good idea, but it might be better suited for someone without a good job already. You can have a job, a career, or a passion. If you somehow figure out what excites you, you've hit the jackpot because that's a real feat.
In the interview you're about to hear, you will listen to someone who met Jeff Bezos 25 years ago and first learned about the idea of Amazon.
25 years ago, he approached me and wanted me to invest in his giant company. He asked what I would do, and he said he would open a bookstore in his garage, sell books online, and people would shop online while he shipped from the garage. He claimed that if I invested in his giant company, he would become one of the richest people in the world, earning over $100 billion. Back then, $100 billion didn't even exist statistically. Countries didn't have that much money. Not even the national debt was that much. And here was this 26-year-old kid telling me he was going to be the richest man in the world because he had a garage and the internet. His reality was that neither he knew nor I. But the difference between him and me was that I laughed and mocked him, while he clapped for himself for being on the right path at the right time. There I was, sitting, thinking there was no way this could work.
I always believed in doing something you are passionately connected to. Don't try to chase a temporary enthusiasm. From that perspective, it was a tough choice, but I realized I had to take a chance. I never worried about failing or regretting not trying. I was more concerned that the decision not to try would haunt me. After much thought, I decided to follow my passion, choosing a less safe path, and I am proud of that decision. As a kid, I used to invent things in the garage, like automatic door closers from cement-filled tires, a sun cooker from an umbrella and aluminum foil, and trap alarms to catch my siblings. I always wanted to be an investor, and that was my passion. There's a military experience I particularly love. Be as swift as the wind, as gentle as the cloud. In every venture I've been in, I've seen this is what allows you to progress and evolve. You might have talents in life and you want to leverage them, but my advice on the road to success isn't about the talents you have. It's about your hard work and choices. Your defining talents might be that you're great at math, which comes easily to you. That's a talent, but applying mathematics and taking it to the next step is tricky and difficult. That's a choice. You can't really be proud of your talents because they are given to you naturally. You can be grateful, thankful, but if you choose to work hard, to do difficult things, those are the choices you can be proud of. We can all choose our life stories, and it's our choices, not our talents, that define us. Everyone in this room has talents. I have a lot of talents. You can't be proud of your talents because they are innate. You could be tall or great at math, incredibly beautiful or handsome. There are many talents, but you can only be proud of your choices. Because if you act on them, you can choose a comfortable, easy life or a life full of service and adventure. When you're 80 years old, what will you be more proud of? It's likely choosing a life of service and adventure. There's never been a better time to be alive. The amount of inspiration the world has produced for me is incredible, and I think the amount of change, invention, and opportunity for many people is astounding. Your life, the one you write from scratch, begins now. How will you use your talents? What choices will you make? Will inertia guide you, or will you follow your passions? Will you follow the crowd, or will you be original? Will you choose a comfortable life or a life full of service and adventure? Will you give up in the face of criticism, or will you follow your belief? Will you block when you are wrong, or will you apologize? Will you protect your heart against being rejected, or will you act when you fall in love? Will you avoid taking risks, or will you be a bit crazy? Will you give up when it's hard, or will you be relentless? Will you be cynical, or will you be constructive? Will you be smart at the expense of others, or will you be kind? Every time you find a way to enable other people's creativity, to offer tools and services, you've really accomplished something. If you have a career, you are lucky. Many people end up with a job. If you don't love your job, you can never be good at it. People like Jules Verne, Galileo, Newton, and all the curious minds throughout the ages would have loved to be alive today. As a civilization, we will have so many capabilities, just like you, sitting here, individually have so many capabilities. How will you use your talents? Will you take pride in your talents or in your choices?
If I could go back in time and give myself one piece of advice, it would be take pride in your choices and hard work, not in your talents.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on their fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down.